Just wanted to start this video and kind of give you an idea of what I'm attempting to build. If you can see this is kind of a sketch. I want to build a single assembly that houses the NX-01, the 1701, the 1701A Voyager, 1701D, and Deep Space Nine. And it kind of look like this. I'm going to have lights. I'll have running lights in the shuttle bays of the 1701 and 1701A. Frankly, I was inspired by a video I saw by Helipilot on YouTube. And I want to do this. I can't get them all in 1/350th. I do have the NX-01 in 1/350th. I have the, I'm going to do the 1701A in 1/350th. I also have the original series version in 1/350th. I have the lighting kit with it. I don't know if you can see this. It's right there's the lighting kit. So I'm gonna have lighting in all of these. I also have I couldn't get it in the same scale, but I have the Voyager that will also, let me turn that around and not throw it on the floor. I have the Voyager model. I have also the clear version of the 1701D. That's a 1/1400th scale, which is the largest I could find. In 1/350th, it would be taller than I would be, so nobody makes them, and I don't know that anybody will make one that is, you know, to scale with the others. And then I bought a Deep Space Nine with fiber optics. I understand I'll have to change a lot of things with the fiber optics, but I have got, you know, I've managed to secure a lot of electronic parts, IC chips, LEDs, resistors. I've got pretty much anything, it's circuit boards, anything that I need to create the lighting, you know, any additional lighting that goes with this. So so far I haven't I've just kind of begun working with the NX-01. I'll probably go ahead and start by painting the inside. I used a different mount. I don't want to use the factory mounts on this. If you can kind of see this, it's an aviation connector that allows me to run 3 circuits in a ground into like a little metal tube. Let me see if I can find one and show you what that will eventually look like. Yeah, it will look similar to this right here. This is something that I got from Trek Modeler. It comes with his lighting kits, but I got a separate one, and then I found on the internet all of those different, they're called aviation connectors, and I bought several of those that I can mount each individual. And the reason why I chose to do that is this comes with 3 little stands on to the bottom of this base, and although it looks okay, I don't know how I could incorporate that base and those 3 legs with the actual project that I'm trying to achieve, which would be, you know, you would see where I'd actually have, you know, like the tube coming down right here, and then it'll attach to a large stand that should, you know, move up and hold off each ones of the individual models. And it also hold my electronics. I don't know yet if I'm going to have a separate leg coming out here with a fixed control box, or if I'm going to have a control box that you know, mounts into the base with some type of SO or SJ cord, a thick cord, or maybe even, you know, like a multi-pair telephone cable or something, because each one of these models I'm going to have a like a plaque. I will have a video of the other 1701 that I did and the plaque that goes with it. And each one of these will have a plaque. So I want to have a switch that will operate each individual plaque and each individual ship. And I may go ahead and build the electronics to flip one switch and just kind of in turn, one after another, a plaque will light up, then the ship, and then the next plaque and the ship, and the next plaque and the ship, and kind of give it that wave effect from the bottom to the top. We'll see how I progress with that as we go. But anyway, I use these connectors again as a means to attach each ship to that assembly. They seem to be very sturdy, and what I did to figure out where to actually put this, I went ahead and taped the whole assembly together, and actually the center of gravity is more about right. Let me get to where get some more light on this. The center of the gravity is actually about right here. That's the balancing point. And I couldn't put it there, but I found a good place to mount, and it should be strong enough to hold. If it wants to wobble forward a little, I might be able to weight the back end of it a little bit. But tomorrow I'm going to go ahead and paint the insides black of all of my parts, and then when that dries, I'll go over it with a coat of white just to kind of stop any light leaks from occurring. I do know a lot of people that will paint these finish the models and then mask each individual window off and paint that. And I did that on my other. However, when I began pulling the masking off, the paint was so thick it started chipping. So I either need to go with a much thinner paint or paint most of the body in the aluminum that the model calls for, and then put my lights in and maybe just sand and paint and finish around the areas where I still have to putty. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that yet, but I was really disappointed with how my 1701 refit model looked around the windows. Everything else looked really good. The lights worked great. The Arboretum came out fantastic. But the chipping around the windows is and for those who are watching this, I'm by no means a professional modeler. I'm just somebody that as a child I did a lot of, just snap together and glue together without paint, and then I started getting a little bit better with it. But since I had a lot of involvement in my church and spent a lot of nights out, and when all that kind of I ceased a lot of that, I had a little bit of time, and I saw that video on YouTube and decided I wanted to build a refit. So I'm not a professional modeler. I'm just a guy trying to make the nicest looking model that he can. So as I post these, if anybody has any suggestions, I'm open to that. But I will make another video coming. I plan on chronicling and giving videos of every step of the way from each one of these, the NX-01 and then the original series, the 1701A, Voyager, the D, and the Deep Space Nine. I'll kind of have a video record of each one of the build, and I'll show you the electronics as we go. And quite frankly, I have quite a learning curve too on how to do all the electronics. I mean, I've got a lot of stuff to do it with though. So just stay tuned. We'll have other videos coming, and like I said, I'll show you the build on each one of these, and I imagine it will take me some time, a year or two, but I will try to have this thing done and show you the complete project at the end. And then who knows, maybe I'll put that thing up for sale and to the highest bidder, but and build another one. Anyway, good evening for now. This is Greg, and see you next time.